Bev Buds.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you're listening, and wherever you're listening from. This is the Bev Buds.
What was that?
That was a special rendition for our fans.
For episode 22.
For episode 22. It's a very special milestone we're at today.
It is.
That was harmony, though.
So I'm Trent Reardon.
I'm Daniel.
Who? Daniel who?
Daniel who?
Who is this Daniel? I'm Kyle Wright. David Wright, if I was wondering. Named after my father.
And your passport number?
And my personal address. How are you guys today?
I am good. I realised something today.
What did you
So, when writing my notes, I didn't have any pens in my room at the time.
I was wondering why.
Why is he greylit? It's because Trent got his pen license taken away from
I got
him.
it revoked. So, it did take me back to those times. I mean, like, I wrote with a pencil with this.
It looks hard. Was that hard?
No, it wasn't hard. Like, look, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I know for a fact that I can write neater with a grey lead than I can with a pencil.
Oh, no,
with a
No
pen.
way. I
I
write like
low and I write.
Really?
I write like I'm back in grade
So
2.
you write neater with a pen?
I need
100%.
more spacing between the lines if I'm going to write in grey lead.
I own that.
You know, those little dots, like...
I own that pen license.
You did. You're not going to get that taken away from you, are you, D?
Do you remember when, like, you're a kid and you used to think that was so important to get that?
Oh,
pen
yeah.
license?
Okay,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
pen license and there's the Bunsen burner license in science. Do you remember that? And you had to show, like, all right, do it blue flame.
Yeah.
Do it, turn
The
it
orange
off.
flame.
Turn it off safely.
Then you watch every other kid play with the bloody
Literally all
knob.
you're doing, you're plugging something into the gas thing, a tube, and you're turning it. And you're lighting it.
Yeah.
You're lighting a barbecue.
Yeah.
So for those of you out there that got your Bunsen burner licenses, send us a shout out.
Say Bunsen on or something.
Bunsen, yeah.
So today's Bev's a bit of a different one, isn't it?
It's a bit of a throwback. You could say it's similar to the Goon, the first podcast we did.
I would not put this on the same level as again. This is much more esteemed,
But
much more.
I would say I was drinking this at the same time I would have been drinking Goon in my youth.
So this one, hopefully some of our listeners can relate to this one. Hopefully
Right.
they've had it as well.
It's very specific
It's
to one bar
very
in Mornington.
specific to one bar.
So we have the Ninja Turtle drink from what was Backyard Bar Mornington.
Which is now Wowie's Yowie, which I don't believe they sell Ninja Turtles.
I don't know.
It's actually quite
They're
nice
all
in there.
It is very nice,
yeah,
but
I
they
walked
sell
in there
more of
once and
a
walked out.
yeah.
There's no seats.
There's more of a crafty beer sort of venue at the moment.
Yeah, okay. So Backyard Bar, when we would go out, back when we were young, back in the day, was the place where you would get drunk before you go out clubbing.
Yeah, when you stumble your way across the bay and hopefully get in.
Yeah, and it was like they weren't cheap drinks, but they were like affordable.
Yeah, and they had live karaoke, which was good fun.
Karaoke, oh god, the karaoke, they had these Ninja Turtle drinks.
You'd hear karaoke, you'd hear Bohemian Rhapsody,
Wonderwall.
Wonderwall,
Do you know what?
Stacey's
mum.
Stacey's mum, yeah.
Teenage Dirtbag.
Yes.
Do you know what one was on there that I loved? And it's people would realise mid-song that they don't know it. It was either the Eminem one, the My Name Is,
Yep.
or Sweet Home Alabama. And like they realise, they're like,
Yeah, it's
put
so
Sweet
confident
Home
going
Alabama.
into it.
And then
yeah.
they just like start mumbling. Like they'll know like the one line in the song and that's it.
So talk us through the Ninja Turtle.
So the Ninja Turtle is Bacardi, lemonade, and blue Curacao. Very simple, very easy to get a bunch of 18-year-olds drunk on. And I made it for a little bit of nostalgia kick for us, boys. So cheers.
Tastes like lemonade.
It does taste like lemonade.
It just tastes like lemonade, Carl.
Oh, the secret is I didn't put alcohol in it. So I remember with Backyard Bar,
Yep.
I've got a few memories in there. The one that stands out to me when you say, Kyle, remember Backyard Bar, is the time I walked into the bathroom and there was this fat 40 to mid 50-year-old guy
Okay.
who's pissing in the sink. There's one toilet and there's one sink, and
they
someone
were
was in the
horrific.
toilet. They were disgusting.
Horrific.
Wasn't the door bashed down and like
Someone kicked the door down.
So
I was
there's
next to them when
and-
they did it.
Oh,
And
really?
they left it there for years.
Oh, were you actually there?
Yes, he scared me and I walked back out. I'm not going near this guy. He must have really needed to take a shit. But that's my memory of it. It was just like at the time, yeah, it's got a charm to it, like a rustic charm. I wouldn't go there now.
I remember being one of those places like you'd go there for a while, and then like it's where you go, and you're like, I want to go home.
Yeah, is that how you felt when you went there, dude?
Yeah, I'm there for a little bit with people. I'm having a good time. And I'm like, I want to go home.
Yeah, we had fun. And, like, if you could get a seat, remember there was like 2 tables outside, and if you got a seat out there, you're pretty set. But yeah.
So like, I don't miss it. That's the long story. Great, nice lemonade though.
Yeah, really good. So I was thinking back on the nostalgia kick. Famous sports stars.
Why?
I was thinking about
Kathy Freeman.
That's everyone's going. Do you know? I asked the kid the other day. I just had curiosity.
Right.
No one knows who she is anymore.
Yeah,
Kids,
okay.
like
Really?
No. Well, she hasn't done anything since it's like, she does like her own like foundation stuff, but she hasn't done sport.
Do kids still know Shaq? I didn't know who Shaq was till last year.
Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq caught me off guard there for a minute. I thought you were like...
Shaq's the big tall guy, right? Like,
Yeah.
He's massive, isn't he? And he's like in those terrible ads at the minute.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, because back like when we were kids, or like the 2000s, there was like famous sports stars, like global famous.
Right.
So you got like David Beckham.
There is still that.
You've got Lance Armstrong. You've got Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Are there any now?
Yeah.
Global fame.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Who?
Like
Tiger
Woods.
Jake Paul.
Tiger Woods doesn't play anymore.
Yes, he does.
Jake Paul.
Logan Paul.
Oh, they don't count. They do not count as famous
They're
sports
sports stars.
Oh fuck off, they are.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
He's retired, D. They're all retired.
Yeah, he's retired. I mean, he's technically
Can you
coming
tell
out of
me-
retirement.
Isn't he fighting Jake
He's
Paul?
fighting Logan Paul.
He keeps retiring and coming back.
So he's not retired.
No, he was.
But he's was doesn't
Well,
count.
Lewis Hamilton.
Don't know who that is.
Conor McGregor.
Who? No. So I'm telling you, like, current global famous
Right
sports
now,
stars.
at this point in time.
Yep.
Nah, dude. Like
Jake Paul.
I regret asking this question. I retract it. Jake Paul, you're right, Trent. I forgot about Jake Paul. I'm sorry. He's a famous sports star.
Mike Tyson.
I'm just going to drink my blue lemonade. Mike Tyson's not retired,
No,
Dan.
no, he came out of retirement.
For what? The Hangover Part 1?
No, he did he apparently did a really cringy boxing match a few months ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, like apparently, like what was the rules are terrible.
Why?
They were like no matter what, it had to be a draw between him and like this other
Why?
famous boxer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was just like a show.
It was like a
an
little show,
exhibition
and like
sort of thing.
they're like, and everyone like I've seen the little video, and everyone's like cheering, going, "Yay!" giving him all these titles and stuff. It's like a little pat on the back.
I think it's Mike Tyson. It might be another person. Have you ever seen him read promotions, like ads?
Oh, because he's
That's
got
Floyd
such a-
Mayweather.
Is it? Is it?
No, Mike Tyson with the lisp.
No, I'm talking
no.
about someone who can't read.
Floyd Mayweather can't
yeah,
read.
Mayweather can't
Yeah.
read,
Because of being concussed so much.
But like he could like knock anyone.
Well, he's
down.
not paid to read. Like,
No.
he's paid to just beat the absolute crap out of people. But
I don't agree with the sports thing though. I think like
I can't name one. I really can't.
because like there's a lot of famous like basketballers and all that sort of stuff. But, like we know
Global though.
global, yeah.
Like,
sure.
there's no Michael Jordan. I guess you got LeBron James. I don't know. Just call. I got me thinking because I couldn't name one.
Who's the one who married the Spice Girl?
David Beckham.
Oh, yeah.
Retired. Soccer.
Good question.
Yeah, I don't know. Thought provoking.
Very
I'll
cool.
just swivel my blue lemonade.
And think about Jake Paul. So, a couple of weeks ago, Kyle, you got me thinking. Selling like hotcakes is the phrase that you used. We couldn't understand why. It got me thinking about other phrases that just don't make sense.
Right.
So, I'm going to just throw them off at you.
I'm having deja vu. I swear we did this.
No, it isn't.
No, you just said ones that you couldn't. You're like, there's other ones, but I feel like we
it's
brushed on it.
I wish I'd.
Something to do with the torture device
Yeah,
thing.
there's all these weird phrases named or torture devices.
So, anyway, here's some that don't make sense to me. The bee's knees. If something is great, why is it the bee's knees?
I met a guy who tattooed his knees with bees on.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was
Did-
cringy.
did
Well,
he-
that's the bee's knees.
Did he ask you, like, do you want to know why I've got these tattoos?
No, he's like, why did I get these?
I've got 3 written down, so that was number 1. Number 2, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Here's how to make a cake. Step 1, step 2, and Bob's your uncle.
Yep. That's a good one.
Who's Bob and why is he my uncle?
Did you research these? Surely there's an answer for each of these.
And the last one, a different kettle of fish.
What the heck? I've never heard that.
I've heard that
one.
one.
Yeah.
That's an old one.
It's like, it's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
What's the one like? What's that one like? It's like he's alligated or something, or like he's crocodile. What the heck?
Oh, that's what my grandma always used to say. What was it? You say it again.
He's alligated.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she used to say.
I can't remember what it is, damn it.
I don't know. Now I feel like I'm just going to repeat myself from the last conversation. But did we talk about like the Jean, like the toilet? Like I'm going to the Jean. Was there a guy called John, like John, and they've called the toilet after him? Like you've heard that phrase before, right?
The John, yeah.
Yeah, Like I need to use the John. Do you think there's someone that was called that? and this poor guy's just gone down in history as like the same.
He must have spent so much time in the toilet.
Or like Bob's your uncle. What if he was like a mass murderer?
Well, he was your uncle.
And I am Bob's your uncle. Run away from him. He's a serial killer.
All right, guy.
What was your one again about the alligators?
No, don't bring this back to me. This is all I need.
No, I just can't remember. My grandma used to always tell me it.
I can't remember what it's called. Not he's croaked or something.
Oh, he's croaked.
Oh, yeah. Like when somebody dies.
Cast it.
No, when somebody dies, they kick the bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why that is. Though.
Why?
Isn't it like...
What, hang themselves?
Oh, because they're standing on the bucket.
Oh,
okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you stood on a bucket and then the hangman guy like kicks the bucket to
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
See? Depressing.
That is really depressing.
Who would have thought a phrase about someone dying is depressing?
Yeah, I don't know. No crocodile.
Oh, let's not throw wild allegations.
So I was reading the leader. I saw an article. I wasn't reading the leader. I didn't sit down and read the leader. I saw an article on my news feed, and the leader said that they were on the hunt for the best burger on the peninsula.
Okay.
Where do you think the best burger on the peninsula
Ooh, see, my mind goes straight to UMG, but that's a filthy burger though, isn't it?
Like, sick after those things.
I'm not.
Like, are we talking taste burger or like? Because that must
what's
be
your
the
favourite? Is it you? My goodness.
Well, as I said, that's the first thing that comes to mind. But I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I want a dirty, greasy burger.
Yeah, okay.
But like, are we just talking like actual, just like traditionally a good burger?
Best burger on the peninsula. It's like voting. People have said like Spitfire. I don't like Spitfire.
Overrated.
I think it's too meaty.
What's
And I think
too much.
I think the meat
Too
doesn't
much.
have enough flavour in it.
Where's Spitfire? I don't think I know.
Rosebud. It's the one that has those big burgers.
And it's got like the model planes hanging everywhere about World War One and stuff.
Don't think I've been there.
All I remember is I've only ever eaten there once, and I ordered it, and I sat at the beach and ate it, which was the biggest mistake. It just dribbled everywhere. I'm going to throw one at you.
Don't
Gods.
take... Okay.
Gods. The burger.
Yeah, it was good, but I wouldn't say like the best burger.
No, I wouldn't say the best, but is there much competition on the peninsula?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, even
There used to be way more burger places.
There did.
I mean,
Because that Burger Days in Frankston is disgusting. The one that used to be Big Dog's Diner.
Oh, like, you know what I think is the worst burger place? I don't know why people like it. I always hate going there. Grilled.
I was talking to Rose about this on the weekend because...
Grilled is horrible.
Yeah, one of her friends loves grilled. I hate grilled. The last time we were there was when we were in Ballarat.
Right,
We went back and filmed.
yeah.
That's the last time I've had grilled.
Like, I remember every time I've been there, I always have the worst stomach aches after it.
It's
and
just
the burgers are
plain
just
to me.
horrible.
I just feel like you can always get better burgers
You get
from the
always-
grill. But...
Like, I don't know. I think it's the worst burger place I've been to.
Yeah, but I think by the time this podcast's out, the voting closes. So it'll be interesting to see what people around our area think's the best burger. Macca's.
Shocker.
imagine. Can you imagine?
Like, the best burger place though I've ever been to was with you in Queensland.
Brooklyn Depot.
Yeah.
You like Brooklyn?
Oh, Brooklyn.
What about Betty's Burgers?
Betty's
You went up
Burgers.
there. I like Betty's Burgers. There's one in Melbourne that I always nag Rose to go to because they do really good thick shakes.
What's the one that we all three of us went to, and you and I kept going back to about Trent? Like, we went to see alive constant.
Oh, the one you showed us. Now we're talking about Melbourne. We moved on from the village.
Oh.
You took us to that burger place, Trent, that was up some stairs.
Nah, it was like a trailer park or something.
No, oh my God.
Yeah, it was a trailer park.
I had them last week.
It was a trailer park.
Is that what it's called?
Maybe.
I don't know if that was what it was called.
It was
that's
good.
what the theme
It was
was.
really good.
Mm.
Congratulations, everyone. You know, but
You know a place that we don't know.
Anyway.
Are you out of stuff? Is that why you went
No,
for me?
I've got some more.
We're really being vague with everything tonight. Like, oh, I really like this thing. I can't remember the name of it, but this is good.
You could say we've kicked the bucket.
Is that what you'd say?
Yeah, you'd say that.
So, have you ever experienced a destination in Google Maps being wrong?
Yes.
All the time.
Mm,
Oh my God.
100%. I experienced it last week when I had my exhaust repaired.
Mm.
I was on my way to the exhaust shop, and just to start with, it already was confusing because if you Googled this place in Mornington, it'd give you an address in Latham Street.
Okay.
Right, so it was, I'm not going to say because it's so it was in Latham Street, but then on their website it had Bruce Street, right, as the address.
Mm-hmm.
I put in both, like, I put in the first address
Mm-hmm.
it came up on Google,
Mm-hmm.
went there, not there, couldn't see it inside, whatever. Anyway, I drove up and down, like I legitimately drove up 3 times
Right.
down the road to see if I just missed it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Went on their website, saw that they'd listed somewhere else, so I Googled that place. Literally the factory next door to where Google Maps sent me originally. So I went back down the street,
Yeah.
still wasn't there. And I rang up.
What? Yeah.
I rang up this place and I'm just like, hey, look, it's going to sound stupid, but like, I'm in Latham Street, like, where are you guys? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was just like, oh, we're in Bruce Street. And then just like hung up, and I'm just
He
like,
hung up.
that was it. I'm like, great. Where am I going to find these people? But yeah, so a bit of a call out to Google Maps. Get
better.
Get your shit together.
I've got one where I was with you when this happened. Where so we're going to film Johnny Muscles. So we're going to Rainbow.
Right.
It's a bit too strong for you, D. Lay off the
Lay off the lemonade, Dan.
lay off the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Why are they called Ninja Turtles, by the way? They're blue.
They're blue. They're not even green.
Do you think the owner of Backyard Bar was colourblind?
Donatello's blue.
Ninja Turtle. Oh, it's Ninja Turtle, not Turtles.
There you go.
Or maybe just like the owner was blind, but colourblind.
I think he just went, Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm gonna name this cheap, shitty drink.
$10.
Going back to the Google Maps thing. Do you remember when we went to go? We're going to Rainbow, so that's the South Australia border, and we had about an hour left until 5 o'clock. And at 5 o'clock out there, everything closes,
Right.
and some places don't open over the weekend. Some of the supermarkets like
Yeah.
IGA and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the IGA in Hopetown, they said that they only open half days for like.
Yeah.
It was quite like crazy, and we need to do a shop. So we've got Google Maps. We've got this Coles.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, and so we're driving. Me, Johnny, and Dan in the
Yeah.
car, and we're driving.
And we're all starving as
We're
well.
all starving, and it was like, the time was like 4:15. So you got about
Right.
45 minutes. So if you get there, you got to kind of hurry.
Yeah.
And we're following this Google Maps. I'm like, oh, there's this Coles in this town. I'm like, and I was thinking to myself, it's kind of weird that there's like a Coles out here, but you don't really know the place. So
Yeah.
just assuming there's like a little town with a little Coles.
Yeah.
Maybe like an Express, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go to this place, and I tell, like, could you even describe this town, D? Is it town in
I remember
quotes?
because we got it on recording. Because I was driving at the time.
Yeah.
And I told you, get out the camera and start recording, because I have a funny feeling it's not going to be here.
Right.
And it sends us down this dirt road. Like,
And I'm like, this cannot be a Coles down here. On this dirt. The whole town, there was like one bit of asphalt road, and the rest of the side streets were dirt.
I went off the road, basically.
And it's just flat desert, the rest of it.
Cows and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then I just get to this spot. It's like, you have reached your destination. Just blank land.
No.
There's like silos and stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't there? And you're like, oh my god. So we keep driving, and I Google again, there's an IGA.
Right.
Which was
Oh,
like
you rushed.
25
Like,
minutes away, half an hour away. And it was not out of the way, but it was a little bit of a detour. But it's like, we need to go
Get there, yeah.
because we're still like an hour away from our destination. So it's like, by the time we got there, it'd be dark time. Nothing. You got no chance. So we finally get there. And that town, I can't think of the name of it. But it was famous for something.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
Is there a horse thing there or something?
No, it's not a horse.
What is it, cars?
No, it's every year they have this big country music festival thing there. Like in this little area, I don't know. See, look again. We're doing this thing where it's like, just randomly jabber out something we have no clue about.
Anyway, there's a town that has a famous thing there. Right. Anyway, we go there. We go to the IGA, and it's like we had about 15 minutes in the IGA. We were actually there just on time, but it was quite stressful. And that's the time Google Maps screwed me over. So next week,
right,
I will be I'll be swimming and dipping in the Great Barrier Reef.
Kyle is taking a hiatus.
I will be. Have either of you guys been up there?
I have.
Yeah, don't touch the Great Barrier Reef, it hurts.
Don't touch it. Did you touch the Barrier Reef?
Yes.
What did you do to it? How did you touch it?
I didn't mean to. Like, I was swimming, and like I went swimming down like to go look at it, and I just rubbed my leg across it. And like, because it's so sharp.
Yeah.
And like, I was so worried to get an infection.
Yeah. I was gonna say, dude.
Like, I remember really hurting myself doing it too.
Yeah.
So whereabouts?
So I'm going up to Cairns and Port Douglas, but we booked like a trip out to the Reef.
Yeah.
Did you guys? You obviously went out to the Reef, D. Did you go to the drop off out of Nemo? It's called the Continental Divide or whatever. It's that big wall at the edge of the Reef.
Nah.
Nah.
Because I'm going there.
That's cool.
Now, would you...
Scary.
It's scary, right?
Very
because
scary.
you snorkel and you can see that it dropped to pitch black. Would you dive there?
Oh, it hurts. I remember doing like a little mini little dive there, and like if you hear your ears explode.
Yeah.
For a moment.
Would you like proper like scuba dive down there?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah? In like pitch black?
Yeah, definitely.
It's because Nemo's down there?
No, because it'd be cool down there.
Yeah, true. Would you go down there, Trent?
Oh, I'd have to talk myself into it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Because there's a few things I'm going to talk myself into.
Yeah.
And I love the water, I love the beach.
Yeah, same.
But I'm not like, I haven't snorkeled for a long time. And I think it's just that thing I'm going to get back into it. But like, there's that. And there's also this thing Rose wants to do. And I don't know why she wants to do this because she's terrified of whales. But there's this thing.
Wait, why whales?
There's these, I don't know. When we go to the beach, I'll be like, oh, whale. And she'll be like, oh, where? But
what a specific animal.
She hates whales.
Bros, what's wrong with you?
But anyway, there's these like they're little whales that come in and you can swim with them on season.
Right.
That's cool.
I've also got to psych myself up for that because there's something about swimming with something that's like
that's so much bigger. So
big.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
Because I want to swim with whale sharks in Perth. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds so fun.
Would you swim with a great white? Would you go in a cage?
Oh, well,
for a great white, because Lauren is obsessed with great whites. She loves them, but would never go down in a cage.
I don't know.
Well, I 100% would.
Yeah,
absolutely. It'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Well, Soph's dad did something recently because they're traveling. Her family's traveling around Australia, and this is something extra. I can't remember where it was exactly.
Here we go with the vagueness again.
Where was it?
But like it was where like all these crocodiles are being held and all that stuff, like in captivity because they've like attacked cows and all that stuff. Like generally, like
okay.
That must have been around Frankston or something.
Or it's like that old saying they used to say about the crocodiles.
Oh, about the gators, yeah.
He's been gated.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the cow's been gated. Anyway, he gets put into this glass tube, and it puts you into the water with the crocodile.
Oh, so they think they can like get you.
Oh no, because like it must know like
it's a tube.
Yeah, it's a tube that it can't grab. It must have tried a few times. I'm sure it would have.
Yeah.
And like they throw food into it, and you get to. Oh no, you drop the food into it, I think.
Yeah.
And you watch it like chomp down right next to you and swim around you.
It's pretty sick.
And it's thin glass tube, like probably only like not that wide either. Like it'll keep you safe inside. And you get to like record yourself with this giant crocodile circling you.
Oh my god, that's pretty cool. Do you remember? Go on.
Have any of you seen the movie 47 Meters Down?
Oh yeah, the one with
where the shark cage breaks. And,
Not good movie. Do you know what the gator thing reminded me of? Do you remember that James Bond movie we watched? I think it was a Roger Moore
Where he
one.
jumps over the heads.
Oh yeah. Well, that was real.
Yeah. So
Wait, what?
Not all of it, but they filmed it. You can see how they film it. There's fake ones and then there's real ones. When he runs across their heads, it's not real. Of course. But when they're like climbing up and stuff, it's real. Because you can see they've got a stunt double. But it's basically, for those listening, to be less vague, there's Roger Moore, James Bond, the villain catches him and puts him on this little island in this alligator enclosure. And the alligator in the water. And they like start to see him and start to like climb up, and he's got to like figure out what to do. And he runs across their heads and jumps back onto the mainland and escapes.
And he looks so swift when he does.
He does. And it's Roger Moore as well. Like he's not a swift guy. So, I was also thinking this week as well. Was another thing do you remember in primary school? We all went to Osborne Primary School.
Yeah.
There's the school. You got the school, and then behind the oval, you've got an alpaca farm.
Yeah.
What do you remember as a kid? It was really cool. There was like the cool kids, or like not the cool kids. There was always the troublemaker kid. Would climb the fence into the alpaca farm to get like a ball back.
Oh yeah.
And you get like told off by the teachers, right? What? 2 questions I was thinking about. Because I drove past Osborne. There's still an alpaca farm.
Right.
There,
Yeah.
and there's also one on the left of it. So there's 2 alpaca farms. What are alpaca farms? What do alpacas do?
Yeah,
They're fur.
What?
Right.
They're fur.
Just like sheep.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, because, alpaca fur, like, people use it for, like, clothing and stuff.
So that farm shave their alpacas and sell their fur.
Yes. What? Yeah, 100%.
I'm
And it's the... Well, I'm sorry, like, have you ever had an alpaca stew?
No, but I've never had an alpaca... I don't think I've had an alpaca shirt. Like, are they worth a lot?
I think they must be.
Because, like, cotton's like... You got a cotton on. You can get, like, 2 for $20 sort of thing. Do you think you can get alpaca clothing? Or is it just, like...
Well, you need, like, the wool on the
It'd
inside.
be like sheep's wool.
Would you have a bed made of alpaca fluff?
That sounds like... That sounds so hot. Sounds boiling hot.
Yeah, that was fair enough. I just remember as well, the alpacas would always bite or spit. And I've never experienced either of them, but I remember hearing, like, wise tales in school about the spitting or the biting. And we were warned by it.
Is that your big...
Thing this week? Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm just going to sit in silence.
You're out? You're going to tag yourself out?
Yep. So I was looking into this coffee this week.
Right.
Alright.
And it's called Devil Mountain Coffee.
Right.
Black label coffee.
Black
And
label.
it's the world's strongest coffee.
Is this the one about made from the monkeys?
No, that's I don't know the name of that one. That's that's expensive. That's where the lemurs eat it, shit it out, and you have that.
Yes.
So in a normal cup of coffee, you've got 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, right.
In this one, it has 1,500. Now,
So you're just spiking on coffee.
yeah, like it recommends that you have like get the tiny bit, like a couple of grams at a time, right? And basically because I was curious, because I was like, it comes in this bottle.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at what's like the lethal amount of caffeine that could kill you.
Yeah, right.
And it was 10,000 milligrams. So
Is
if
that
you had
all? So that's not much.
If you had 9 of these cups of coffee with that stuff in it, it's the lethal amount of caffeine to kill you. Which works out to be about two bottles of
In
this
what
stuff.
way, though? Is it like stop your heart, or is it...
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's considered the lethal amount.
Huh.
So it's different for everyone, like based on your weight and height and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. But like across the board, that's like the base. Don't have that and don't go near that because your heart will stop, sort of thing. Which is just like, it got me thinking. Wait,
You have 8 cups?
Okay, so that's about 9 cups that would kill you, right? What would you guys get to?
Oh.
With something that you know is going to kill you? Because right now we're drinking Ninja Turtle. They're one standard drink. How many standard drinks would it take to be a lethal dose? You know, like
Not much for me.
well, it's different for everyone. But let's say it's like 30, right? Probably not. Probably more. But like, would you have 30? Would you get like 28, 29? Like, how close would you get to the lethal amount of something?
You mean alcohol or like...
Anything.
Oh,
The coffee. How many cups of that would you have? Like.
But it depends. Like, are you having it just as like
It's a test.
recreationally,
Yeah.
or you
This is a test.
but I feel like no matter
to test out how close to death you can come.
All I can think the way you describe this is like, which organ do I want to damage the most?
But okay, what in normal life, normal everyday life, Trent, you have a cup of coffee.
Right.
That's 200 to 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Mm.
10,000 of that, you're dead. How far to that 10,000 would you go in just in anything in life, like with anything? Like I feel like for me it's like 20 or 30%.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go anywhere near it.
I thought you were trying to say like, what's the closest like positive thing? I thought you meant like,
What would you go to with things?
like I don't know, like it's like I don't.
Like, do you think you've ever gone 50% of the lethal dose of something?
Probably like when you're like younger, you probably drank a bit too much.
Do you think drinking you've probably gone the closest to?
But not like
But you'd get like alcohol poisoning before you'd even come close to dying.
Lethal.
Though.
Yeah.
That still counts as like pretty bad. Like I've never done that. Thank God.
What about you, Trent?
I don't think I've been that close to death in anything.
No.
Surely.
Not even accidentally?
No.
No. I reckon mine would be like 50 or 60% from just being young and stupid and alcohol, but that's about it.
The only thing is alcohol, because there's not much else I can think of it like.
Caffeine, you couldn't even go close, I don't think.
Oh, dude, I hate.
Like,
I don't even like caffeine.
Well,
though.
coffees, if you have 5 cups of coffee a day, that's only 1 out of, like, 10% of the lethal dose of caffeine.
Average coffee,
Mhm.
not this
Devil
Devil Mountain.
Mountain crap that I don't know why you would want. Why would you want that?
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of moonshine to beer.
Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, I thought that was
Have you
interesting.
ever had moonshine before?
I haven't. Have you?
Our old
Oh,
boss used to make it.
I've had like this Italian moonshine. It just tasted like literally metho. Like I've never tasted something like.
Maybe it was. Maybe this is a bottle of that with.
Oh, maybe I got tricked on Kentucky drinking methylated spirits.
Do you remember our old chef boss back in the day used to make it? Did you ever have that stuff?
No.
He used to make it at home and he'd bring it to work in like an empty 2-litre like Coke bottle. And it just tasted like
That sounds
petrol.
horrible.
Oh, it was awful. It just used to taste like petrol. Like you just couldn't taste anything after it.
Maybe we could put that on the Bev Buds.
Moonshine. I've been that years ago and I never looked back.
So what do we think of the Ninja Turtles sides?
I think it should be left in backyard bar.
You think? See, I'm the opposite.
You like it?
I love them, man. I
Yeah?
love them.
Oh no, man! Like this is like.
I couldn't drink them. If there's yeah. I'm not a big fan of
So
them.
out of 13, not this particular one that you've made, but like I guess Ninja Turtles in
The
general.
OG one.
This is like a 5 out of 10 for me. The drink itself. Right
This
now.
one I'd give it like
13.
a 5 out of 13.
Oh, sorry, 5 out of 13 probably.
But I would the OG one I'd probably go up to 6.57 if I had to.
Properly made.
If you were really, forcing me. What would you say, Trent?
I really enjoy the blend.
Mm.
I'm probably going to say 9 out of 13.
Yeah, okay.
Like
Yeah.
it's got... I don't know. Like I don't know whether nostalgia is like playing a part in it, but yeah.
It's almost slightly on tier with the really nice beer
That we had last week. Yeah.
Yes.
So, for
Is
those
it-
at home who want to make this, it's just Bacardi, white rum, that type of Bacardi, lemonade, ice, and blue Curacao, like a splash of it. So it's basically lemonade and Bacardi with a splash of blue. And you can taste the blue.
Yeah.
Gotta love the blue.
Fun fact about Bacardi while we're at it, lads. Bacardi use barrels of ex Jack Daniels barrels.
Do they? Reuse, recycle.
to get their flavour through the wood.
Oh yeah, I remember like when I used to work at the wineries, they there was a company that bought all like whiskey barrels, and they thought it'd be a good idea. Like, oh, we can reuse this for our wine.
Yeah, I don't know if wine would go well in
Oh,
a
I
whiskey.
don't know.
And like they left it in the barrels for a few years, and the boss I was working with, he got curious and was like, I've got to see what this tastes like. He says like the wine tasted like whiskey, like it'd been like they absorbed together into this
So much.
horrible mess.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it wouldn't be as like strong as whiskey, I imagine, as well. Like it would just have that taste of like.
Yeah, it was just. He says it was just that taste of like whiskey and wine
Ugh,
combined together in this horrible mix.
No.
Like,
So I gave it a 9. You gave it a
7.5.
7.5 and a 5.5.
just a 5.
Just a 5. A solid
Wow,
5.
a flat 5.
A flat 5.
Well, there you go. Ninja Turtle backyard bar that no longer exists.
So as always, just share any of your thoughts with this.
Oh, I didn't give my top 5 favourite things about Komodo dragons.
Go on.
I shouldn't have said anything. I really like their bushy little beards.
Wait, what?
They don't have bushy beards.
Oh, I'm thinking of the ones that have beards.
You're thinking bearded dragons.
Yeah, can I do that one?
No, Komodo dragons.
Oh, okay,
Go.
I like that they run really fast and scare people.
Mm-hmm.
I like that there's that whole island of them dedicated to it in Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they're one of the most dangerous animals on the earth.
Okay.
I like to think that they are little Godzillas, and if there was a little monkey, they could fight, and it could be like Godzilla vs Kong.
Right.
That sounds horrible.
So your number one favorite Komodo dragon.
When they're looking up, when they're sunbaking, they look like they want a little chin nog, like a little scratch under the chin.
There we go. Congratulations.
There you have it. The absolute worst top 5.
Oh, no, don't say that.
Alright, do you think the same thing with Komodo dragons as me, Carl?
Yeah.
Like, we had to watch this documentary back in the day about
and had Steve Irwin in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the most terrifying video of him purposely running across the ground with a Komodo dragon, chasing after him and climbing into a tree.
Well, I think it all stemmed because he cut himself while he was on that island, and he was bleeding from the leg, and he happened to just crawl into a Komodo nest, and they were just like circling him.
Do you know what it reminds me of, D? Because that documentary, do you remember when we were watching it?
We're all horrified as kids.
No, do you remember we watched it in that class? It was year 5 Indonesian, and we were all sitting in class. Everyone was talking.
Yeah, we brought this up before.
Yeah, we have. And then that Dan's like, "What did she say?" Because the teacher said, "Be quiet" in Indonesian, and then everyone stopped, and so it was just Dan saying that to the teacher, and she sent you out, didn't she? Or she moved you?
It was a bunch of like kids staring, and the teacher staring at once. But like, I still think that was so uncalled for. Like, I generally was like half asking you to be serious, like, what did she say?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we've definitely talked about that before.
Oh yeah,
Damn, it's full circle.
Screw that.
So there you go. There's my top 5 things about Komodo dragons.
All right, what's your next thing? Trent, what's your next Komodo dragon thing gonna be?
Yeah, I want us to all do a top 5 on Komodo dragons.
Oh my god.
I would like to give Trent one.
Right.
I'd like to know this. What are the top 5 worst moments you've had while filming something with bacon squash?
Okay, I think I can do that.
Yeah,
You love your moments.
I do. I just like a little bit of a reminisce when I have my Ninja Turtle. Do you swivel it a little bit like this?
You go,
You go, hard. I can't remember.
it's really watered down.
Tastes like blue lemonade.
I would swivel, but there's nothing left.
We should wrap up. Goodbye.
So,
Alrighty, so take care and
make sure you know what you're talking about before you bring things up, or else you sound like an idiot on your podcast.